So today I'm going to be reading you a story. And throughout the story, I'm going to be thinking out loud. So I'm going to let you in on what I'm going through, what things I'm thinking in my brain. Now remember, we're working on our schema. And our schema is making connections with things that we already know. So that could be people we know, places we've been, stories we've read, or feelings that we've experienced ourselves. And we're going to make the connection to Scaredy Squirrel by Melanie Watt. Warning. Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone wash their hands with antibacterial soap before reading this book. Scaredy Squirrel never leaves his nut tree. He'd rather stay in his safe and familiar tree than risk venturing out into the unknown. The unknown can be a scary place for a squirrel. And now I had this same feeling when I was going into high school. High school was a very scary place, and it did not compare to my elementary school that I was currently at. So I felt very scared of the unknown, just like squirrels feeling. A few things that Scaredy Squirrel is afraid of: tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, germs, killer bees, and sharks. Now, this makes me connect to the book we read, Wimberly Worried. Now, she was worried about everything, just like squirrels scared of everything. So he's perfectly happy to stay right where he is. Advantages of never leaving the nut tree: great view, plenty of nuts, safe place, no tarantulas, poison ivy, Martians, killer bees, germs, or sharks. Disadvantages of never leaving the nut tree: same old view, same old nuts, same old place. Now, given that I know how amazing the unknown can be, I know that Squirrel could be missing out on a lot of cool things, maybe meeting new people or exploring his neighborhood if he stays in one spot for the rest of his life. In Scaredy Squirrel's nut tree, every day is the same. Everything is predictable. All is under control. Scaredy Squirrel's daily routine: 6:45 a.m. Wake up. 7 a.m. Eat a nut. 7:15 Look at the view. 12 noon Eat a nut. 12:30 Look at the view. 5 p.m. Eat a nut. 5:30 Look at the view. 8 p.m. Go to sleep. But let's say, just for example, that something unexpected did happen. You could rest assured that the squirrel is prepared. A few items in Scaredy Squirrel's emergency kit: a parachute, bug spray, mask and rubber gloves, hard hat, antibacterial soap, calamine lotion, a net, Band-Aid, and sardines. What to do in case of emergency according to Scaredy Squirrel: Step 1, panic. Step 2, run. Step 3, get kit. Step 4, put on kit. Step 5, consult exit plan. Step 6, exit tree, if there's absolutely, definitely, truly no other option. Exit plan, top secret. Exit 1, note to self: watch out for green Martians and killer bees in the sky. Exit 2, note to self: do not land in the river. If unavoidable, use sardines to distract the sharks. Exit 3, note to self: look out for poison ivy and for tarantulas roaming on the ground. Exit 4, note to self: keep in mind that germs are everywhere. Remember, if all else fails, playing dead is always a good option. Now, I look at this, and Scaredy Squirrel is thinking of everything that could possibly go wrong. And it actually reminds me of a time that I want to try something new, like maybe riding a bike. I think of everything that could possibly go wrong, like I run over the neighbor's lawn, or the bugs, or anything that could go possibly wrong while I try a new thing, like riding my bike. With his emergency kit in hand, Scaredy Squirrel watches. Day after day, he watches until one day, Thursday, 9:37 a.m. A killer bee appears. Scaredy Squirrel jumps in panic, knocking his emergency kit out of the tree. This was not part of the plan. Scaredy Squirrel jumps to his kit. He quickly regrets this idea. The parachute is in the kit. But something incredible happens. He starts to glide. Scaredy Squirrel is no ordinary squirrel. He's a flying squirrel. Scaredy Squirrel forgets all about the killer bee, not to mention the tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, germs, and sharks. He feels overjoyed, adventurous, carefree, alive, until he lands in a bush. Now I'm starting to connect to these feelings that squirrel's feeling, that he's feeling adventurous, carefree, and alive. And I'm connecting to an experience where I tried something new and I felt that exact same way. I was feeling adventurous and carefree and alive, just like Squirrel was feeling. And plays dead. 30 minutes later, 1 hour later, 2 hours later. Finally, Scaredy Squirrel realizes that nothing horrible is happening in the unknown today. So he returns to his nut tree with all excitement. All this excitement has inspired Scaredy Squirrel to make drastic changes to his life. Scaredy Squirrel's new and improved daily routine. 6:45, wake up. 7 a.m., eat a nut. 7:15, look at the view. 9:37, jump into the unknown. 9:45, play dead. 11:45, return home. 12 noon, eat a nut. 12:30, look at the view. 5 p.m., eat a nut. 5:31, look at the view. 8 p.m., go to sleep. P.S. As for the emergency kit, Scaredy Squirrel is in no hurry to pick it up just yet. Poison ivy. I see that the emergency kit is right by the poison ivy. And if I remember to our science lesson, poison ivy can be dangerous to humans. So I would be staying clear of the poison ivy, just like Scaredy Squirrel.